Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul if you've never been here before. Or maybe if you're new and you just want to welcome. But, other than that, don't say you're not entertained because the news just keeps on rolling. The entertainment must keep on happening. And what a better panel. This time more calm than yesterday. Apologies for yesterday. Even I was quite annoyed, but I'm not here to babysit a man and tell him to shut up or F off or be quiet, even in the nicest way possible. But for some people, they love the entertainment. For some others, is a difficult listen. But we got a bit more of a calmer panel. We're joined by Hooks, as always. Big up Hooks. I've got nothing but love for this guy over the summer. Always jumping on. And also Ahmed. Fat's not so much because you don't like me that much. But Ahmed too.
What? I like you guys. What are you about?
I'm not feeling the love, man. And Deo, man. I ain't spoke to Deo in about 10 days. 10 days. Because, guys, he's been living it large in California. Yeah?
Nah, man. Working.
Yeah. Working, man. That's what it says, working. But yeah, man, look, we're going to be here discussing, obviously, the best Colombian player of all time, Richard Rios, even though I don't know much about him. But let me tell you, I would be gassed about that one. Nico, Williams, Merino, like next for Arsenal, after Barcelona compilations. Complications, sorry. It's a long day. And then obviously, I can't believe this year. How has Gallagher been liked by this fucking Diego Simeone, and somehow they might even get a deal for the guy that they wanted in the first place, Omorodion?
It makes sense, bro. It actually makes a lot of sense.
I don't know what's in Chelsea's juice, but there is something not right going on in there. That shit has been spiked for about 20 years. I need some of that juice. Get rid of some players over here like Lindelof and Maguire. Scott, why can't they take Scott McTominay? I'm actually hating on you, man's whole shit. Look, you got Man United here. The middle section we got Arsenal. And the last section we got Chelsea. But yeah, man, what you guys saying, man? It's a Sunday night. It's kind of chilled in the UK. I don't know what about you lot over there.
Chelsea know how to sell and buy, man.
Listen, it needed to happen, bro. 31 degrees yesterday. It was 31 degrees yesterday and today, I think, as well. We need some nice little wind. You know what I mean? It's so good.
You know what it is with Arsenal fans? They're always jealous because we're doing much better transfer.
No. That is not jealous. I'm saying, Ahmed, you've heard me say this. What did I say, Ahmed, earlier? What did I say earlier? I said Arsenal need like 3 to 5 years to learn how to buy and sell like Chelsea.
He actually rates us selling apparently. So we got to die, bro.
There's a difference between you rating your department that deals with buying and selling players, because the people who are doing that business there are probably the best in the game that you guys have in that department. That you cannot take it. I mean, it's clear. You can see what Chelsea does. They know how to buy, they know how to get players out, and they know how to, they know how to attract players the way they attract. And it is what it is.
Imagine giving a compliment. A compliment, yeah. And then Fatur comes with that. You know what, Hooks? I might have to apologize to you for the last stream. I see it. I hear it. It's living and breathing.
You know what it is. Yeah. Just quickly, I'll ask you guys this question here on Gallagher quickly. Yeah. The reason why Gallagher works for Atletico Madrid is that he will pretty much slot in to that Rodrigo de Paul role, where he's able to, move around, really agile. He's a road runner, essentially, for lack of a better word, right? In terms of his off the ball movement works really well for Atletico Madrid because they have a very much workman-like midfield, if we're being honest. So listen, he was literally sorting for Rodrigo de Paul quite nicely, and even because Koke has lost his legs as well, so he actually helps to re-energize that team a lot more than I think people realize at the end of the day.
I really wanted Koke back in the day, Like, I remember back in, 2013, 14, I was screaming for this guy to be at Man United. And then he just became, 3 years later, the hype kind of died down for Atletico and some of these players, isn't it? And he's like, even at Saul, I was thinking, this guy's a baller. He scored that bad boy goal and everything, that left foot of his. And then that Chelsea loan just completely finished this guy.
I feel like post-pandemic, when they won the title, and I think it was in the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. Since then, the Atletico have not really been the same. I would have to say,
they haven't been the same. They haven't been the same. ever since the Champions League final loss, I would say, to Real Madrid twice. I think they haven't been the same that team. And even then, like you got Morata in that team, you got Griezmann as well. He just came back from Barcelona and then went back to Atletico as well. Like they haven't been the same team as well. But they got the right back in the day, like Juan Fran. I love Koke. Like I would love to have him.
They're
Let's
a
say
serious team.
12 years ago, I would have taken him on my team.
Yeah, Koke was wavy. I can't lie. It was super.
That whole Atletico setup was brazy back then. Diego Godin.
Felipe Luis as well. Costa
Felipe Luis.
Courtois as a goalie as well.
Who was the other one? Was it Miranda? Yeah, bro. Cold team, man. But obviously,
even that fullback they had that we brought for one season, then like
Felipe Luis.
Yeah,
man. And a young Griezmann, crazy, madness, mad. But yeah, man. Look, if Gallagher goes over there, it's not like they haven't had an English player before. You know, they used to have Trippier there, hard work. Actually, I believe Simeone used to like him. But might as well start with the whole Gallagher talk then, right? But before we do that, if you haven't done so, make sure you smash the like button. If you ain't smashed the like button, then you just don't really like us too much, innit? I'll be honest. It's what you're doing it. But other than that, it's like Gallagher. You lot are just chasing this Omorodion guy. And it's if there's going to be someone that you're going to be striking that he's a little bit underwhelming, it might be this brother.
I hear you. I feel like, listen, I personally am not too fond of the price of the player you're going to be bringing in. And I've even watched him a bit, and I didn't even notice him. That's what's crazy about him. I've actually played for Las Palmas, and I didn't notice him on the pitch, which is quite worrying for a guy that, you know, the club is rating quite highly at the end of the day. But apparently they want like 50 million or like 60, 70 million for him. The club probably going to do a swap deal with him and Gallagher.
Yeah, but but don't you feel like it's again? I think we're in a day and age, isn't it, of profiles. The guy that's going to run in.
He suits the profile. He suits the profile. I agree with you.
Like, what is the wait? What is the profile? What is the profile?
So they're looking for a Broha replacement because they're planning to sell Broha. So his profile is very similar to Broha in terms of like he's obviously a bit of a big player, physicality, able to turn, has that little bit of that PMP as well. So he's got all of those abilities that are very similar to
Broha. He's fast.
Yeah, and I think for me also you need to realize we already got a guy like Jackson can run in behind, go into the half space if need be, right? So so Jackson, yeah. So then this guy obviously is going to be a different type of striker that you can have.
I can't lie, his touch though is not it.
From what I've seen, to be honest, I haven't watched him a lot, but I cannot judge him how he plays.
The touch is mad. Even Don will tell you. Don will give you the whole breakdown of this brother and started showing clips of like Omorodion. Like he looked at him, he wasn't fond of him. Not even gonna lie. Like,
he's got a Lukaku. He's got a Lukaku as touch. If you've seen his touch,
the thing is, I'm not very fond of it as well. I would rather us to sell Gallagher over there and use that money to buy another striker as well. Apparently, Osherman and
PSG
swap deal for Lukaku, innit? Use that for Osherman.
He's going PSG, bro.
He's going PSG, my brother.
The club is not going to pay his wages. The club is literally not going to pay his wages.
You don't know about that. It's right now. It's all over the news outlets that they're going to be going into some advanced negotiations with PSG for my man. I think Lukaku would just be a separate deal. The thing is, getting Lukaku's 300 and what is it, 25k?
No, actually, they already agreed like 6 million.
Whatever it is. Oh, for Lukaku.
Yeah, Napoli and him have already agreed personal terms.
Yeah,
6 million net.
Oh no, yeah, all of that stuff. If that's going to be the case, getting his wages off the books and everything, that's huge amounts that you're saving on Lukaku. And if you can even get between 20 and 30 million, I think you want 30 million for Lukaku, isn't it?
Even now, Malangsar off to Longs as well. Like, how much is Malangsar worth? About 140k roughly, Malangsar.
125.
That's like 400 and nearly 450k in wages that off the books. It's a good timing as well.
It's not that bad to be fair, but with Chelsea's whole thing, don't you lot find it a little bit weird how Chelsea's gone quite silent this summer? You know, other than Tosin being on a free in Dewsbury Hall, which was a hijack deal. You know, how
many more signings do you think Chelsea realistically needed? Like again, I think
I don't know about you. What do you think, Griggs? Because I could probably name quite a few things with Chelsea at this moment of time.
Signings they needed, goalkeeper.
Yep.
I don't
Exactly.
rate any other goalkeepers. Left back, I
They
think
got Renato
Cucurella-
Vega now, innit?
We already got Renato Vega for that
Vega.
position.
Mhm.
Oh, you okay? Fairs. Not
Striker.
center. They got a center back anyway. Striker, striker and left
Exactly.
wing for sure.
Exactly. Those are the three that we need, basically, in my personal opinion. Those are the three we need. And
I don't
right
think
now,
you don't need a lot.
and even realistically speaking, yeah, I don't mind not getting a striker if you can't find the right target, because I'm like, I've got Nkuku there at the very least, and I know Jackson can at least provide me somewhere around about that 14 goal range. You know what I mean? With the way he plays. So those are the two, right? Obviously. And then left winger, I hope we get someone. That's what I'm gonna say.
Be honest, even
I
if you was to get
would-
go on for that. Go
I
on for
would
that.
rather focus on especially the goalkeeper as well. I heard
I hear you.
Chelsea trying to sign a goalkeeper because we conceded a lot of goals last season. So that's the thing that we need to improve on as well. Defensively, I don't think isn't that bad. We got Tosin in our team. There's a possibility it might be left wing, but I don't think Sterling will leave as well. So he might. I just
They
genuinely
want
think
to
that
put left wing either way, by the way. They don't care if Sterling leaves. They're literally just trying to get in a left winger. They're happy to have Sterling and Woodrick be there for one season, then move on.
if a big name striker comes in, that means Jackson going to the left, and then whoever striker that is. goes
No,
to the right.
Jackson won't go to the left either. He doesn't even suit left wing in a Maresca system.
I
he
disagree.
can't
I
play.
think I think it depends on Maresca will work something for him. And that
Maresca wants to play, wants a 1v1 winger. Jackson's not a 1v1 winger.
Yeah, who do you have at Leicester? Mavididi, right?
Oh, he has Mavididi and Patai, didn't he? As his wingers.
Yeah.
And that's why Madueke makes sense for him to have it on a Palmer even to an extent, because they can literally, take on them.
Oh, be honest, as Chelsea fans though, imagine if a Omorodion is your last piece of business before you go into the season, right? Like, or at least the start of the season. Are you not actually confident enough with that squad? Like, be
overall,
honest.
yeah, I'm confident to get top 4 and then get a Conference League. 100%.
Is it enough? Is it enough? What about you, Ahmed? You're shaking your head. Yeah, you're not liking the window, innit?
I think the windows, like in terms of like what we're addressing, is great. I think for me, I do think the goalkeeper's like very high on my list because I don't trust Sanchez at all. Like, I think we need to bring in a goalkeeper like as soon as possible, honestly. And if we get a goalkeeper and then afterwards we don't send a striker or even a left winger, I'm happy. Even like I would rather just get a goalkeeper and shut the window for me personally. And then I think I'm content with the squad we have. And then it's really just the unknown factor of Maresca. Can he coach well? Can he handle the other intangibles to get us top 4? That's what I think is remaining.
Wow. Wait, did I just hear a Chelsea fan say you don't want more signings? Yo, I must be in the twilight zone. Wow.
What you mean we don't want more signings? We just literally said we just need a goalkeeper. That's it. Any
Okay.
goalkeeper or maybe
You know what it is? You know what it is?
He
Hooks,
said, he
yeah?
said goalkeeper and you'll be done. Yo, rah,
The reality is,
and
the reason why Hooks here, the reason why I say that Hooks is because if I can't get the guys that I want, why would I want to go for anyone that's lesser than them? For me, just means, I'm spending money on a guy that I don't really rate, who I don't think is going to produce well for me. So it's a bit stupid to spend money unwisely, in my personal opinion. That's all it is.
Yeah, and truth be told, you could wait until January and see what the January market is saying, and assess
exactly,
what Maresca's done up until that point, and see where the gaps are. So,
But like, listen, it's not always trying to win the transfer window. You know what I mean? I know the last two, I know we've been like the final boss here of the transfer windows. You know what I mean? Everything like that. But it's not always about trying to be doing that. We just want to, as long as we're addressing our issues that are needed, I'm more than happy with the transfer.
It's always like for me, it's always like I want to see us to get back on track, just to bit of competing with some of the teams at the top. And the teams right now, like, they're looking good. Like, even I watched the clips of the trainings, the videos. They're gonna go into US by tomorrow as well. I'm good as well. Like it, and I think the goalkeeper, a striker might be a bonus, but you just never know what's gonna happen at the end of the window. And plus, I almost forgot that Petrovic gonna go to Genoa on loan as well.
okay.
No, that got rejected. It's too expensive for them apparently. So we'll see what happens with Petrovic. But I think whatever happens, as long as you get the GK, my personal opinion, that's half the job done. Now it's just to see what the manager can do.
So we got one fan at the top there, Chelsea, who's confident going into the season that gets this squad plus a Omorodion, maybe and a goalkeeper gets them that top 4 spot. The other ones, obviously, a little bit more hesitant, I would like to say. What about us rivals? What do we think? What are we saying, Griggs, man?
I think they're coming third. Like I had them down to come third, to be honest. Like that really does hinge on what Manchester United do for the remainder of the window, innit? Because I have Manchester United coming fourth, innit? But if you man go and get a Richard Rios, if you man get a Zubamendi, do you know what I mean? Then if you man get the lit, then I'm looking at, okay, maybe the Manchester United come third and the Chelsea come fourth in it. But I think you man will be swinging for third and fourth in it. Like I actually really, the thing is, I hate that I have to say this. I really, with the deepest passion in my heart, I hate that I have to say this, but I can't do this tribalism thing in it because it's dead, in it. Like you man have both done really good business. I would say the fact that Maresca's come in, a lot of people didn't rate it, but I think he's someone that's going to get them playing ball. I heard that his training sessions, like the players have come out and said, yo, like, yeah, man, this guy knows his stuff in it. So it seems very similar to when Arteta first came in and the players were like, yo, like, this guy knows his stuff. So I think he's going to have Chelsea cooking. And then Manchester United, on the other hand, I know Ten Hag, you man, not really about it, but I think if you man have the right amount of players in your squad that are suited to play a specific way, he can only play that way, right? And when he plays that way, we all saw what he did with Ajax. It was good football. So yeah, man, it's painful, but you man are moving like serious clubs again.
So you said United third, and then like, or maybe Chelsea or vice versa. But I didn't hear you say Liverpool. Like, no respect.
I think they're gonna fall. In all honesty, I think they're gonna fall off, innit? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it really does depend on what they do. It really.
We'll be there, bro.
I'm surprised no one even talk how quiet they are in the whole transfer window as well.
Oh, we've been talking about.
Michael Edwards' database is stuck in 2019. It ain't updated since. It's still waiting for something.
Yeah, we're talking Liverpool now.
It's really weird, man. Liverpool's really weird because, like, I get that they got their old guy back, but I'm like, this is like too quiet. This is a bit too quiet. I have to and you know, I feel like that squad is in transition as well. We don't know if players are going to re-sign with them again. Why, you know?
Because it's quiet so far, it seems like they still have the same couple of players. It's just a new coach, a new manager that they have, and the thing is, new manager bounces a thing as well. And with a club like Liverpool, with the quality of players that they have, you know, you can only hope that they fall aside, but I doubt they will. I personally doubt that they will. I think they'll still be up there competing. And of course, this season will be a season where Arne Slot himself would then decide which players he wants to keep and which players he wants to add between now and the January window and next summer. And that's when you begin to see his real full style of football. But for now, they have the quality to still stay up there. I mean, their core structure. If Van Dijk is still, yes, I get it that the players are at the age where they're like, you know, hey, well, I think they're a bit older, but these guys are still putting up numbers. You know, their midfield is not terrible. They just need to. They just need to get one or two more pieces up front. I mean, if Cody Gakpo replicates what he did at the Euros, and Mo Salah and fires on their 25G this coming season, you know. So I don't discount them. I don't discount them.
Don't you think that both Manchester United and Chelsea have done way too much business to upgrade their squad for Liverpool to just be chilling there?
Well, Man United only done two signings.
What I said, Hooks, is that they will be competitive as well. I don't think they will drop off. I think what will happen,
fifth or sixth. That's why I got them.
I'm saying, like, they'll be competitive. Of course, Manchester United, I expect, with the way you're doing business and the kind of players you're buying, to be very, very competitive. Chelsea has to be competitive this year. They don't have an option. Chelsea already bought a lot of young players last season. They tried, and we saw what those players could do in the last 6 games of the season with Pochettino. We saw exactly what they could become, you know, and how good they can become. So this season, the only factor that I don't know again is Enzo Maresca, your coach. And I hear people say, oh yeah, they rate him, he's got good tactics, he's this, he won the championship, and I'm like, the championship is hard, and I'm like, yeah, he won the championship with Leicester. Most of those players were Premiership proven players that he wanted with. That was the least he could do. He had one of the better teams in the championship, and if you could not win with the Leicester team in the championship, having one of the better teams, then you need to, like, I mean, I rate what's the name of these are the other teams that got promoted.
Ipswich.
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich.
Yeah, I rate Ipswich Town's coach more as far as I'm concerned, because he did it with Ipswich players. Like players that you can actually maybe pick only one person there that you're like, oh, this guy is probably good, and they were able to do that. So for me, I'm not dissing Maresca. I'm saying, and since he showed that he can work with Premiership players in the Championship and they're good players, maybe he can work with these couple of Chelsea players as well and bring the best out of them. So that's a quality that I kind of see in him, that you did it with Premiership proven players already, some of them on the team in Leicester. Maybe you can also do it now that you're already in the Premiership. So we'll see. But I don't see Aston Villa going anywhere as well. I see them being competitive. I see Aston Villa being competitive as well again this season. So it's going to be a tough call.
You forget about Newcastle as well, man.
Newcastle is you can't write those guys off. You can't write any one of these teams off. For Arsenal, we just have to be careful and we have to buy right. Like, honestly speaking, I like the fact that we solidified our defense again. We're making our defense a little more sure. We only considered 29 goals last season. If we can concede 27, which means maybe we draw an extra game this season, that's an additional 1 point. If we can draw 2 games, that's the same points from last season that we got. So I just think that, we still need somebody up front, and I need somebody in the midfield. I think Gabby Jesus can be my backup for Bukayo Saka because of his injuries off and on. And that would give me somebody on the right wing, but I need somebody up front. I need Kai Havertz to come off the bench. That's the way I look at it for me. I need a better striker up front. Kai Havertz come off the bench, and I need somebody in the 8 in the midfield.
There's a lot, man. When you deep it as well, we'll dive into like the whole Arsenal thing because it's interesting. I think it's interesting. End of the month and probably an interesting August. I think you might even see a lot of late deals be happening this summer compared to maybe the last couple. Even because of all the tournaments that have gone on, but someone that Griggs holds in high regards, and I'm not gonna lie, like I watched what's it called? Is the game against Brazil? It was not it wasn't the greatest, but there was Argentina. I think I only saw like one half that moved me, and there was the other one. Was it Paraguay? I can't believe it. I got the right in the title last minute, but Richard Rios, I call him the Joe Linton version, the DM version of that brother. He wants to skip a man and do defensive.
Who does he play for? This guy. Who does this guy play for?
Palmeiras.
Is he the Colombian midfielder?
Yes. Athletic, tall, strong, and applies pressure. Yeah. If I'm saying there's someone that moves me that's on a cheap, Griggs, take it away, because I swear to God, if we end up getting Richard Rios and as one of the guys and the guard as well, I don't even care about going forward. I'm good. I'm all right, I know we're talking Zubamendi, and I would love a Zubamendi next to a Richard Rios. That's perfect. But it might not happen this summer anyways. But this guy is he looks like a beast.
Obviously, Friday, my club was linked with Adrian Rabiot. I had to tweet Ineos, be like, yo, what's going on here? We was doing good all week. Now you linking me with Rabiot. What's going on here? I'm seeing there's been a little wrong with the pattern. But then they've rejected it. So I'm like, okay, we're back on business now. Then obviously yesterday happened.
Is that legit? Rabiot stuff not being rejected now. Like,
right now, I thought Ducker said that it's not a likely option anymore. That was last year's.
Did he actually say that? You know what? I would have taken him, but he doesn't move.
I was almost convinced, but then today, like Cass mentioned, from an hour ago, from some random Brazilian source, I don't even know if this guy's legit, but if it's a lie, we believe on that lie. We fight on that lie. Richard Rios, Colombia's finest. Thomas Rodriguez hype.
This one is mad,
Quintero hype. All these guys hype. Richard Rios. I watched the comp. Obviously, I watched Copa America. He was sensational in that. But then I watched the comp. And when you see a player in the comp and you just see their relationship with the football, and it's just beautiful to watch. It's like a beautiful movie. That's what it felt like. It was so special to watch. And then I went to my barber because my barber's Colombian. I was like, yo, bro, what's going on here? What are you gonna tell me about Richard Rios? He's like, bro, this is special. And then because I rated him, he even gave me $10 off the cut. That's how special Richard Rios is, man. This guy oozes football. You just watch him and he just oozes football. That's what, bro. It's just special. He's also got good size, good tenacity, like Cass mentioned, the South American dog. You always gotta have that. when you're South American, bro. South America, other than Brazil, because that nation's kind of dusty right now. Every other nation is having a boom in talent. I want to take advantage of that. And that was not Ugarte. We got to leave that alone. We got to go for the actual good players from South America. So I want Richard Rios.
You're just trying to copy us now, yeah? Trying to copy us now.
Are you
uncomfortable conversation?
You're going after the Brazilians though. You focusing on the Brazilians though, other than Kenji Pies.
Yeah, we are focusing on Brazilians.
We're focusing on the Brazilians, the Argentinians.
We're focusing on Argentina as well.
Wait.
I think he means that the vast majority of the guys you've been getting is Brazilian. I get what he means.
Bro, because the only South Americans out of my football club right now is obviously Licha, who's amazing, Garnacho, who's good. Then I have a Bolivian in Anthony Dos Santos, and then I have a washed uncle in Casemiro. So it's like 2 out of 4. I need 4 out of 4. So I need Richard Rios. The guy plays.
That's why we need. That's why we need a guard here as well, man. This is why we need some combat.
If Richard Rios comes in, if Richard Rios comes,
I'll ask you guys a question.
Package it like Richard Rios and then Ugarte. He'll be a side.
Just lock it up, my brother.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, the guy played futsal till he was 18, by the way. That's how you know he's special with the football. South American futsal, bro. He could have been an Olympian in another world. Next week, he would have started there. But that's okay. Bro, trust me. This guy's a bad boy.
I have a question for you guys.
What's good?
Yeah, I don't understand the link. Like, I can understand the link for like Ugarte, right, and stuff. But when I had Zubimendi got linked to you and Ugarte, I was like, they're 2 different profiles. So like, I was like, are you trying to get them both, or is it like
both?
Or is it like a thing of like one or the other?
I know we're looking at one midfielder to come in anyways, and then another one only if another one can get shifted, like Scott McTominay or and Casemiro. You know, I'd rather both of them get shifted if possible. But I think that's going to be roughly the case there.
I just look at it like this. You go from Christian Eriksen, who's a ghost these days, to Richard Rios, who's beautiful with the football. This is an automatic upgrade. Imagine going from watching Scott McTominay now be able to make a 5-yard pass to Richard Rios, just elastic going past every single person.
Oh, brother, you know the plays. I can just see Anana and like just having fun with this bro. See them brothers like Dembele, that get you off their feet. You know them players that just get you off their. Then I look at this Richard Rios. From what I've seen, I'm not gonna act like I've seen mad amounts of crazy.
I've seen the DiCaprio meme where he jumps on the couch.
Stop hating because you don't have a play. You got to play like that, but you ain't seen him yet. Lavia, you ain't seen it yet, but you will see it properly. Yeah, but I'm just saying, for them players that just skip a man like Dembele, you just don't get the ball off him. Skip about 5 runners. You ain't got no source to your end game, but it's enough. It's enough.
This is.
Richard,
listen, I hope he looks this good because I need to watch it. I'll watch him.
You can do this. You could do Ugarte, right? Ugarte doing Shinken duty, and all Ugarte gotta do
just give him the ball. Just give him the ball.
Just get the ball and pass it to Rios and Merino, and just let them dribble past every single player on the pitch. You saw what Merino was doing to Endo last season at Old Trafford, where he was making him eat grass. We'll do that to every single team on the pitch this season, bro. Bro, this is movies. We can't call it Colombian Richard. He needs to be called like Ricardo. Ricardo Rios. That's what we gotta call him. Sign along them lines. Talk a little bit Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Give that little flex of it. Can't be Richard. Richard's too English.
This is some crazy level that I'm hearing from Ugarte to Zubimendi, then Rios now.
I have to take mine. It's very interesting.
It smells like Griggs. You know what it smells like? It smells like a bit of salt, a little bit of hate, and
now it
sounds like a bit of leaf.
I've had a counselor.
You know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, honestly, I can't. I'm not gonna speak about the player because, like, I've watched him Copa and he looks really good in Copa. But obviously, I need to watch him before I start saying anything crazy. So,
I implore people. I know compilations is not the way to go forward in terms of scouting plays. But if there's a brother that just gets you off your feet, this is why a lot of Man United fans remember at the start of the window we was getting linked to with the Wolves player Mateus Cunha. Is that his name? Is that his name? Yeah, him. Because the way he can skip a man. The thing is, if you get a defensive version of that, next to a Cobby, the profile kind of makes sense in terms of progression. See, this is why I say bin off that Bruno Fernandes. Get rid of this fucker. Yeah. Give me bro, if you have Cobby, Rio, just to get you up the pitch to give the ball to Sancho and Ahmad and all them, man, and you got Ugarte sitting. If that's ever the case in my life, that's a balanced midfield. And I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, you might need to start running that Gasolina tune, blood, because honestly, I already listened to bare reggaeton and all sorts. That's gonna be going off.
Gasolina
tune, going off, blood. That's all I'm gonna say. This is one because I saw
But you know what it is.
Everton are trying to go for a minute, and they're trying to replace Onana with him, which kind of makes sense profile wise for
Had
profile,
enough for
right?
Everton, man.
But
Wow,
Everton, the way I want to dunk on Everton because the whole Brantford thing, I need it in my veins. Sorry, Richard, who watches us, the Everton fan, but your club can go suck on my dong, bladder. Anyways,
Wowza. But you know, I was just gonna ask you quickly. You know, you sign all these midfielders, yeah, and everything like that. So what's going on with Bruno, bro? Like, you know, are we moving him on? Is he staying?
Forget about Bruno. What's going on with Mount?
Prepare for life after Bruno. Bro.
oh, you see, Bruno's not getting a new contract.
Yeah,
I know that he's been asked for contract, but that's what I'm asking. Like, is he going this season or is he gonna go next season? That's the question.
next season. I think next summer. I think next summer Bruno actually leaves though.
I think he's gone as well, man. You see this Mason Mount stuff as well. For one thing, I swear he got rubbished off yesterday.
Yeah,
now,
Fabrizio, I think Robbie off, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But again, listen, I feel like you got. I don't know who was doing a scout at the time for Mount because, like, if you had just looked at his record of games he played, was like 200 appearances.
This guy's
like Mason Mount, do these come on 70th minute and just run around and just do something.
Yeah.
That's about it.
He has. I told this to a lot of people. He has 49 less.
He got
appearances.
finessed hard, man.
He's got 49 less appearances than John Obi Mikel, who used to be a regular sub for like over a decade. So that's how many games he actually played.
You know what the man's thing is? Let me try and bring in Deo and Hooks, into the conversation at least, This might be the biggest finesse of all times by Chelsea, because you're telling me, every time we talk about Man United's midfield, I forget Mount exists. Number 7. Yeah, I'm not joking.
We make real money, man. Listen, man.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
You know what I mean?
Someone tried to tell me where he fits into anywhere of Manchester United on the right, down the middle for Bruno, because last time I checked, Xerxes being viewed as a number 10 over him more than the Mount. And I don't get it. Like, someone let me know what Mason Mount really is going to offer. Where's his starting position in the team?
You could fit him in the midfield if you get Zubamendi.
Yes.
Yeah, because you could have
Mendy, Mount, Menu can work.
Then you have the double 8 in it, Mount and main double 8 in it.
And make that work a little bit.
But realism, I don't know if you're gonna. I think Zubamendi's on the list, but maybe far down the list potentially. Anyways, maybe second or third.
He won't want to leave Sociedad.
By the way, I'm not allowed to give out certain things that I've been told by a certain man because he said please don't say anything because he got the Xerxes and the other thing right in it. But I can't say off too much. If I do, I don't want to set off a chain of events that I'm not allowed in it. But I'd rather not talk about Zubamendi as of now in it. But big up my guy in it. Big up my guy for that one.
Let's be real though. Like Mason Mount is absolutely shambolic. Like the sooner you man can offload him to like a Newcastle or Aston Villa.
Well, apparently Newcastle and Villa are both interested, allegedly, by Graham Bailey, by the way.
There you go, man. Like, if you can get rid of him and just say, you know what? we effed up. We effed up. Just hold it.
How much DV you can get for him, though? That's the question. Like, how much of a loss are you willing to accept?
How much you can get rid of him still? Like,
I'm not joking. I think 35 million max.
Look, hey.
I don't think after the level of injuries he's had in all that season,
the thing is, you would be willing to
be 25-30.
Ahmed, a player like him, I'll give him away for free.
Wow,
I'll cut my losses. Let me see. This is why I'm not attached. Like Hooks has heard me say this, mate. I'm not attached to any player, even as like in Arsenal. If I find somebody better than Bukayo Saka, if you bring me an Mbappe to Arsenal, you tell me Saka can be gone. I don't care. I'm not bothered. There's no sentiments attached here. If the guy is not performing, out. It's about the club. Bottom line. Look, if you can't find him, so I can't find somebody to buy him for 30 million, so I'm going to keep him for another season again. Then
I'm just glad the guy that gave me number 7 sacked it. He's been sacked.
Yeah, man. Seriously. Whatever.
I
cannot believe you man give him number 7 though.
If Amad Diallo does what I expect him to do this season, at number 7, we get in that jersey. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. He's costing you money. He's costing you money if you keep him. He's costing you money if you keep him. If you keep a player
I'm gonna reach these expectations.
Salary?
There's a lot of pressure on the MG, you know. You're putting a lot of pressure on the MG, man. That's like
you know the way I speak about Richard, the way I just spoke about Richard Rios, me with Ahmad is even 10 times worse because I've watched this guy Scottish League, under 21 games, Atalanta comps, every single bro, anything for Amad Diallo. This guy's a special player, man.
What, Sunderland?
Bro, Tony Mowbray changed our lives, bro. We owe him a whole amount of respect. Sir Tony Mowbray, that is how I address him.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like this is another question I got for you, United fans. I'll ask you because I asked this to another United fan that I know. Yeah, he's also got the same name as me. Yeah, do you think? Yeah, well, currently you've got Ten Hag as the manager. Right? Do you think? Yeah, you're gonna allow these young guys here to actually develop, allow them to make mistakes, you know, while they're playing, right? Because if you look at Højlund, for example, and like the stuff that he went through, ideally, you don't want the same to be happening to these other young guys that are coming through as well. That's the question. That's what I would say.
Obviously, I talk about this on my channel too. I'm like, this season for me, obviously, there's expectations to finish a certain place in the table, but the key priorities for me is obviously a style of football being actually probably developed and figuring out who your core of players is going to be when you're ready to actually compete. Because United aren't ready to compete next season. Let's be real.
Yeah, 100%.
But 2020, 2026, 2027, after a couple of transfer windows and y'all spend a lot of money, I expect to be competing. So the likes of Merino, another season of development, I expect him to take the next level. Amad Diallo, this should probably be his first season as a starter at United. Let's see if how he plays as a starter, because he's no longer the bench player. He's gonna have to be a starter. That's a different level of expectations. Lenny Yoro, 18 years old. Let's see how he copes with the Premier League intensity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just want to see them play, and I want them prioritized when it comes to playing time. I want those guys prioritized. Let them get the most minutes and see what they can do, because I see Lenny Yoro.
Well, yeah.
I see Lenny Yoro as a potential best center back in the league kind of player. That's the way from what I saw.
What this season?
No, not this season. In the future, like 2-3 years. I expect to see. He's that kind of special player. Amad Diallo, we missed out on Elise. I'm hoping that Amad can hit maybe 80% of what Elise is.
You're just hoping. It's a hopium for you.
He's definitely a good player, by the way. I rate Amad too.
It's hopium, but Amad's also really good, because all I've ever asked for Amad is to get the opportunity. Because don't forget, this kid was highly rated at Atalanta. Every single top Italian club wanted him. We got him as a plan C to Sancho. It turns out he's better than Sancho anyway, which is funny enough. But anyway, it's like, and then Kobe Merino for me is the best teenage midfielder in the world. So
no. He's the best player in the world.
The best player in the world.
Kobe Manu.
Come on, bro. Tranquilo, bro.
Kobe Manu, best player in the world. Kobe Manu, best player in the world. Stop it.
Calm down, Kaz.
Come on, bro. Come on. Listen.
That's because you ain't got none of them in your team.
Bit too far. No, the bit too far, man.
No,
he's not better.
Did I stutter?
He's not
better. Did anyone
This is
see me
crazy.
blink? Did anyone see me blink twice?
No, you didn't.
Okay, then.
Nobody can say that with a straight face. You can't say it with a straight face.
I just said it with a straight face. Kobe Manu is the best.
No, tell me.
See, he tried to say it.
See, that's why I just said best teenage midfielder in the world. I can say that with a straight face. Best teenage midfielder in the world. Best teenage midfielder in the Prem since Cesc Fabregas. I can say that shit with a straight face. I got no problem saying.
Whoa, that's a big comparison, you know.
Who would he say?
Best teenage midfielder since Cesc Fabregas.
One thing I always say. Let's
Cesc Fabregas
on these.
He's not better than Cesc. Cesc is the best teenage midfielder I've seen in probably ever, but he's the best since. It's Kobe Merino.
Man said just let the kid live, man. When you lot are the same people like Travorelli getting onto Euro, when man's he's even younger than my man.
Oh, I don't know how special Merino is.
Travorelli, big up to him, but I don't know why he's always on smoke about Chelsea, bro. Can you just chill out, bro? Like,
Chelsea hype.
Cesc, you know.
He's an Arsenal fan. That's what makes it worse. Like,
I'm not gonna lie though.
I ain't seen any of the EPL yet. Chill out.
We was going through that. We was going through the whole like teenage players that came through mad young, where it's like Wayne Rooney and all that. But I can't lie. I think the best one in my lifetime, anyway, is definitely Cesc Fabregas. What a special player, bro. What a special.
Then after that, we will have to be. Let's be real now. Yeah, Jack Wilshere, bro, baller.
Put your FA Cup man of the match final performances on the table, please. Thank you,
bro. Baller. I don't care what anybody says. If Jack Wilshere didn't have the mentality of every 50-50, I'm going in 100%, he would still be with us.
Fabregas is disgusting, man. I like Wilshere, but Manu shits on him already. Not gonna lie.
Whoa, let's relax.
Wow, man, he shits on him already. I'm not even gonna cap.
I like Jack Manu has not even done a full season. Guys, calm.
He has done a full season.
Let him replicate. How many games did he play last season? Come on, realistically, let's be honest about it.
30 something.
He played bad games.
All games. In
I
all
can get
comps.
this.
In all comps.
I don't
No,
know.
no, in all
Yeah.
comps. I'm saying so. Yeah.
all
So
comps.
so give him.
I'll check for you right now. I'm
Why
literally
did he come?
about to
Because I thought he
check
came in like in the
I
January
think
period.
he
Or was
came
that,
in.
or was I mistaken?
It was right
He
around
was
January.
he was injured. He was injured at the start. He played 30 overall. Bar the EFL trophy, he played overall 30 games.
in the
Wow, that's
Prem.
actually mad.
He
I
played
remember
24
when he
games
got
in the
into
Prem.
preseason.
He played
yeah,
24
but
games in the Prem, which is good. Yeah,
Six in FA Cup. 6 in FA Cup. So that's
no, that's
30.
what I'm saying. That's why I said all comps. I said I know in all
Yeah.
comps he played about 30 games. I'm saying in the Prem alone, just the Prem, he played what 24 games.
24.
Allow it.
And-
When I'm
and-
hearing
and-
bullshit,
and we're
bossing
going to
Xavi
say-
and Iniesta, that's his height. I'm not gonna be. I used to, bro. You could. If I
No, so
wish
I'm
I
saying,
could bring my friend
I'm
on.
just-
I
I
used to
have a
love
question.
Jack Wilshere as a
Well.
player, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. I remember Scott McTominay having a great game as well.
Okay, I have a question. So are we saying over 24 games that he is now, based off of that, he is now the best young midfielder barring since Fabregas? Based off of 24
He
games.
He had,
you know
the
what?
he had the best debut season since Cesc. There is no other young midfielder in Prem since Cesc that had as good as a debut season as Kobe Mainoo.
You know what? Some
Because
people
Manchester United,
don't.
don't forget,
There's
this guy
a
was
lot-
starting for England in a
there's a lot
European
of-
final.
Yeah, no, I get,
not
I get you. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Mainoo. No, I'm actually saying that based off of what he's achieved this season, 24 games,
Bear
all
with
that. Played for England, started for his national, got called up to the national squad. Those are all great. Those are all great achievements. I'm saying that are we saying there is no other younger midfielder since Cesc Fabregas that has had something of that level?
I think Jack Wilshere is the only one. That's about it.
That's what I'm saying. So there's been a couple more, like, but Mainoo, yes, I agree with you. I'm not shitting. I'm just saying, like, we can't just say, oh, he's the best since, as though there was nobody else in between that time.
You think I,
You know.
I was saying it after his debut against Everton, let alone just now. I don't make care.
Yeah. No, of course you're big.
Bro,
up.
I watched, by the way, 'cause I watched him live when he came to preseason. Bro, I was moved. Watching him live was like,
I feel like Griggs is like a deep scouter from what
I think comparing to
Deep scout, bro. Deep scout.
Cesc Fabregas is insane still.
Since
nah,
first,
see, but that's the thing, though.
He
I
said
never
since.
say
No,
better
they're not,
than Cesc.
he's not comparing him. He said since Cesc Fabregas.
Since Cesc.
That means, yeah.
Because Cesc is Cesc is the ceiling. He's the guy that's the standard. Mainoo's underneath that standard. He's not obviously Cesc, but no one else has reached the Mainoo standard, let alone the Cesc. That's all I'm saying. Jack Wilshere is the only one that I think has a shout as well, because I have to respect going up against.
there must be.
Actually, Dele Alli.
Dele. Why do people just forget about Dele Alli?
Yeah, as a young, this is what I'm saying. That's exactly why I said there's been many. There's been many,
People
like,
forget about Nasri. There's guys
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
bro.
Nasri as well. Nasri, that's a shout, and that's the thing. That's why I said for me, as a teenager, yeah, Nasri was cold as a teenager.
Was Nasri a teenager at Arsenal though?
No.
How old was he when he came to Arsenal?
Oh, he wasn't. He was in Marseille. He was in Marseille.
There you
He
go.
wasn't a
How
teenager.
old- I'm saying, let me see.
I said teenager. That's why I said Wilshere's the only shout, because Wilshere is Wilshere. Like,
No, but Dele Alli at Spurs as a teenager was.
I don't like
Cole,
comparing.
Cole's a
But
good
you know, I don't
example,
put Dele into those kind of
actually.
talks, because Dele Alli was a different kind of player. He was a guy that was getting like the goals and stuff. Cesc, Wilshere, and Mainoo are like center mids. Those are different type of midfielders. Dele Alli was playing off the shoulder of Harry Kane.
No,
So
Nasri would have been about 2021 when he joined.
What about
he was,
Jude, man? No, Jude at Birmingham and Dortmund.
Yeah, Jude had a kind of a cold one,
Jude,
but
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Don't compare Jude to mine. I'm sorry.
What
Stop
about
it.
Joe Cole though? Because like I've been hearing that shout.
That's another shout, you know.
Listen,
Yeah,
man, that's my
about
baller,
it,
you
brother.
know. Know what I mean,
Yeah,
It's
I mean, there's a lot
Michael
of
Owen maybe. Michael Owen maybe as well.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Owen.
Owen.
I think
Owen,
the
that's a
two,
shout
the
as
two
well.
outside is probably Owen and Dele. Listen,
He's talking about. He said. By the way, he said specifically central midfielders though.
Yeah, Dele was a centre mid. It's just that he got pushed further forward as well because of his goal scoring.
Oh, man, said Steven.
Dele Alli
Yeah,
cannot
I ain't
play
gonna
center
lie.
mid.
We're not gonna skip Steven Gerrard either. I'm not gonna cap.
He's before Cesc though. So anyway, it doesn't matter.
They said
since.
since Cesc Fabregas. They said since. So after, yeah.
Like I said, best player in the world.
There you go.
With a straight face. But yeah, man. No, we just talking about Man United thing with Richard Rios. I don't know if you know who that is now. Once bad boy, the Colombian. You know,
rings a bell.
Colombian bad boy player. But anyways, look, the last part is actually talking of Arsenal. Since you love Arsenal so much, anyways, Mons, right? So
that's a you thing, G. But go on.
I just praise people on my own platform. That's the difference, isn't it? And I just stick it on them when I go onto your platform. Different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah. Arsenal. You know who they're gonna move next for. Obviously Merino's actually. I actually saw something with a Spanish outlet. Apparently, you lot are preparing to make the offer for Merino. I saw something along them lines. Is it 25 million? I think something like that.
Something like that. But apparently Marino's thinking like long and hard about what his next move will be.
Pause.
Once I say that, pause all of that. And apparently Arsenal have made contact, but we haven't made like any official bid. So I think the only way Arsenal will make an official bid is if Merino gives like Arsenal some sort of like, I guess, strong indication that I wanna come Arsenal in it. Because as we've seen with Calafiori, with Arsenal, it's about like 100% you got to be in this thing, or you get me. We'll go find someone that 100% wants to be in this thing. We don't do no 95% thing over these sides, innit?
I think the last player Arsenal ever went and triggered his release clause was Thomas Partey. Like probably talk to the player, but then just trigger the release clause to get the player out. Arsenal style is talk to the player, get a deal with the player, agree on terms, and then go talk to the club and then figure out.
You lot don't like transfer battles, do you?
That's something like this is what I was saying to Ahmed earlier. Ahmed, I said 3 to 5 years before that department in Arsenal gets overturned and they get their senses.
No, I love it, man.
Like honestly, before it's going to take years. They literally have to go hire the best of the best in that.
No, what you're telling me is you lot are pussies.
Yeah, in that department we are.
No.
In that department, no. Hooks. In the selling, Hooks. Let me land. Please. In the selling department, yes.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about
the buying department. No, in sales, we're crap. But in buying the players and the profiles that we need in the last few years, we're not.
Yeah, you man got no riz. Is that what you're saying? You got no riz.
We got no riz. But by the way, Calafiori rejecting Real Madrid, Juve, Chelsea, all these men saying no to, bro. Don't do that because all you man spoke to him. And before
I'm not being funny. If you done 4-week groundwork, I expect that.
What?
That is 3 weeks. Sorry, you done a lot, bro. You had a lot of time spending with Calafiori, like to go to get that one over. I'm not discrediting, but you were so far above everyone else.
The reason why the Calafiori deal also took a long time, he was on holiday as well.
You might not even have it for pre-season, he's joining
up in the preseason.
On the tour.
Not for the first game, apparently.
Not for the first game. Yeah, he's going to meet up there now.
The issue is,
bro, if Calafiori rejected Madrid and Autumn, you're rejecting Madrid too in Liverpool. That's calm. Use that narrative too, bro. That's calm.
Actually, Rice rejected City and Bayern.
There you go, bro. We're using the narrative. That's calm.
That our players have rejected, to come to Arsenal, bro. It's not that we don't like transfer battles. It's not that we don't like.
I call it California rule.
Or can't do transfer battles. It's we want to know that the player 100% wants to be walking in the right side of North London. We don't want to do no.
I'm not sure why we'd even going to Tottenham.
Honestly. Are you scared? Are you scared you might go somewhere else? Like you might change.
It's not about being scared.
Why isn't the same energy applied when because that's the Liverpool thing, bro? We don't like that.
If that's what you man do, then that's what you man do. I'm not a Liverpool.
But you man call that getting rejected. So why can't we call that getting rejected of you?
Yeah, and you're rejected.
Hold on. Colin wasn't rejected. What he said was
we didn't like the fact that Euro had his mind only set on Madrid. And again, you know how Liverpool work. We like players you pretty much your head is at Liverpool.
Yeah.
But that's not always the way. For me, that's not always the way that transfers work. Sometimes you have to persuade. Sometimes you have to go and persuade a player with
yes.
But didn't he reject you because of playing time?
No, months. You're right.
No. Week again. But this is what I'm saying. Now because you're a rival, you're saying he rejected us because of playing time. Because we couldn't say we said to him, bro.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, no. But that's not a reject. No, again. But that's the way you're putting it. If we say, we can't offer you X amount of playing time, but they can, that doesn't mean we're getting rejected.
That means it doesn't mean he rejected them. It just means that the terms don't favor both teams. Like they could have rejected him because he's right. Hold on. But also Hooks. Here's the thing: we can't be two-faced about this, right?
Who's being two-faced?
No. I'm talking Arsenal fans. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you are two-faced. I'm saying people cannot be two-faced about this. if a team goes in for a player, right, and the player is bent on, I want to play all 38 games, I want to be the starter, and the team is like, no, we have a different plan for you, right? It means that both of them do not agree. You can look at it by saying the player rejected the club, or saying the club rejected the player because the player doesn't suit what they want to do and how they want to build him. So it's either or. So my thing is, it can't just be one-sided and say, oh well, we heard that the player did this and so he rejected. It's the same way, probably with Calafiori, and in fact, let me use a good example with Chelsea. Caicedo could have gone to another club, but guess what Caicedo said? He said, I gave my word to Chelsea and I'm not going to go back on my word. Does that mean he really rejected Liverpool? No, he's just saying, I've already given my word here. I've stuck here and I've agreed.
No, he rejected Liverpool.
No, yeah, he rejected Liverpool. I mean,
he
rejected Liverpool.
I'm saying like the way I look at it is because the reasons that he gave, I'm saying the reasons he gave was that he had given his word. If he had said, no, I prefer to just go to Chelsea because it's Chelsea and it doesn't matter whether my word or not, now I call that rejection. But when you're saying, oh, I've already told this person I'll be at his place for 5 o'clock, so I can't be at your house months for 5. Are you willing to wait for a year and I'll come back next year or whatever it is? But I've already given my word here. That to me is not rejection. That's saying they got to me before you. It's that simple. It's a different thing if you're both at the table and he says,
I think the basis there of what you're saying is absolutely correct. But Caicedo did reject us.
Okay, well, if that's the way you guys look at it,
no, I'm saying for that specific case. I'm saying for the Euro thing, we like what you said. We couldn't offer him his desired game time, so the transfer didn't work. He wanted specific amount of game time. Man United could have offered him. They were able to offer him that game time, and a few other things. So it was more favorable. I don't think that's an outright rejection, personally. Just like the deal that you was talking about, Hooks, and you're saying, oh, Arsenal like it when players are just focused on Arsenal. But that's unfortunately these days, that's not how all transfers work. Well, some players are going to be open to whatever's the best suited situation. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always mean.
I hear it, but like, I know who can. I mean, our last transfer window, I don't know, maybe even the one before. Like, who have Arsenal really gone in for? Like, actually, really gone in for, and we haven't got. Like, this is what I'm trying to say.
Mudryk.
Like,
Mudryk. We didn't get Mudryk, and
no.
Sandro Martinez.
Wait. The only one I'll give is Lisandro Martinez, but even then, that's a bit fugazi.
Mudryk.
Because that one there's a bit fugazi. But the Mudryk thing, even when he signed for you, man, I know that he really still wanted to be at Arsenal, bro. Like, I'm only gonna say this one more time because I don't want to be disrespectful to the war team, yeah. But the only reason Chelsea got Mudryk is because Chelsea paid more upfront to the club, so then that club could then invest into the war in Ukraine, bro. Like, if that wasn't the case, then he would have come Arsenal. Do you know what? If Arsenal matched the exact same structure as Chelsea, he would be an Arsenal player. So the Mudryk thing, I'm not hearing in it. But whatever man want to say, they can say. But me personally,
if I'm not mistaken, was it not like a 5 million difference between what we offered and what he offered?
No, but the difference is Ahmed, the amount of money Chelsea offered to pay upfront as a down payment was also more than what Arsenal. It was the same 5 million difference. We could have paid that 5 million, but it's the structure of the deal, which is you guys are willing to pay more cash upfront for the player. Right. And we were like, okay, we're spacing it over the next 5 years, 10 million a year. And you guys are like, we'll give you 20 million right now, and then we'll give you the rest over the next 3 years. Like, your structure was more favorable. The price was right around the same thing. So go read it up. That's the difference. It's just that you were paying a bit more upfront. And that's fair.
Well, any of that, now you're gonna have to go into war with Barcelona, who are called Barcelona these days. Because if you want to go and land Merino, that's who wants him. But also this Nico Williams things, it can't already come out today that if they want Nico Williams, then they're gonna have to go and restructure the whole shebang, which is probably not.
They're taking out a new loan, bro. They're trying to take out a whole new loan just for him. Crazy, bro. Imagine having to take a loan to get a player.
Bro, leave him at Barcelona, leave him at Spain, man. Like, why would you want to come to England, innit?
They got. Thank you for that one.
And that's the problem with like the player also wants to go to Barcelona. Barcelona is willing to go take a loan, apparently, or apparently they're willing to go take a loan for the player. It just becomes a crazy thing when you're like, but his release clause is very cheap. Just go pay it. You got to, like, if you talk to this player and the player is hell bent on going to Barcelona, it's almost like, you have to convince the player to come play for your club. Which I think,
yeah.
So what
no,
is
no,
Edo
let me tell you this thing. Euro, listen, listen, no,
It's
let
not good enough to
me
convince
say this.
players.
Let me clarify this Euro thing. If you guys want to know the truth, the only reason Euro is at Manchester United right now is because the president of Leo literally probably threatened that kid. Because nobody else is going to pay what you guys are going to pay. Nobody was going to pay what you're going to pay. The club was going to make a lot of money. And the guy spoke to him personally and said, if you don't go there and I don't make money, if you play for this club.
By the way, Real Madrid was never really interested in him. Real Madrid was never.
We're not going to do that.
Hold on a second.
That they have no other center back target other than Lenny Euro because they view him as.
If you want an agenda, I'll make an agenda out of it. If you want me to start agenda on Euro, I will make an agenda out of it. So
Real Madrid may not target Euro. Real Madrid may not target Euro, but who they target next? Saliba. Just watch out for that.
Yeah, let them target him now.
That's two birds for one stone. Even
but like I said, listen, they can go for Saliba.
Know it.
We need that to happen, man.
If Madrid has 120 million, come take Saliba. 130 million, come take him. Look, I'm not tied to any player. I'm going to buy more.
Whoa.
I'll put 20 million. I'll put 20 million additional clauses on top of it.
Slow down, Dio.
Ain't nobody got time. Anybody that wants to leave, if you have the money, come and take him. I'll get somebody else.
Bro, hold up. Wait a minute. Slow down.
All these sentiments.
I don't know what energies you're trying to put out there into the world, bro. But it's not a just 130 million sell Saliba thing. Because Saliba, how many defenders have you seen in world football that's like Saliba, bro? Like, I'm not even trying to gas the guy up, but bro, the guy's like 22, 23. He looks like he's been playing the game.
I would charge like 100.
Let me ask you a question, Hooks. In a world where there's nobody like him, if Madrid comes right now and they convince him, like they talk to him, and the player himself is like, okay, I'm interested, I'm going to go to Madrid. And you name your price to 215 million. And Madrid,
you already know he's coming in. You already know they're coming in next year when you don't sign a new deal. They're talking to him right now, probably.
I'm saying in the real world of things, let's stop all this sentiment.
Mbappe's recruiting right now.
Let's stop all this.
Chouameni, Camavinga.
In the real world of things,
Mendy as well.
If they talk to the player and the player wants to leave, the player could force his way out of the club, and that's annoying to know that you want to leave. Okay, then I'll put a price tag on you, so I'll make money at the club. Right? I mean, what do you want me to lose both ways?
Bro, you're thinking about it wrong, bro. Like, by the way, like the end of this season, Arteta and Edu need to sit Saliba in a room, and say, yo, here's the contract, you write the number, bro. Like, literally, that's all Arsenal need to do. Here's the contract, you write the number, bro. Like, because, by the way, I don't know, maybe you're wavy scout, but who's replacing Saliba, bro?
I'm not saying somebody's replacing him. You're missing my point again, Hooks. I'm not talking about him.
Know how much
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. If in a world where this happens, a club talks to the player, Saliba gets convinced by Madrid, right? In a world where I'm not saying I know that it's hard to find a replacement. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying in a world where Real Madrid reaches out to Saliba gets convinced by Madrid. Hold on. Listen, in the real world, teams will do that. And then they come to Arsenal and say, we want to sell. Will you sell Saliba? Saliba says, I'm convinced I want to go to Madrid. I'm slapping the price tag of 250 million on his head. I'm not losing both ways because I can't find a replacement for you. I might as well make a lot of money.
You said 215?
250 straight away.
250?
Yes.
You're selling Saliba for
20. No way a center back is ever worth more than Neymar.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. You see, do you see? I'm playing the game with Madrid here. I'm saying you've convinced the player to leave. You've come to my club now. You've convinced Saliba to leave. He's also convinced he wants to leave. You've offered him stuff he wants to take. Now you're asking me to name my price. I can't find a replacement for this player. You know that there's no other player like this right now in the market in Europe. So here's my price. If you're not going to match my price, then walk away. The Saliba stays. Simple. That's all I'm saying.
You're Timber, Calafiori.
I don't care. I'm just saying that's the way I'm going to do it.
Don't forget QVOT.
Arteta wants to sign hybrid defenders every single transfer window for this reason, to prepare for life after Saliba.
It's really,
Okay.
it's really.
How
it's
many
really
years has
touchy.
he got left on his deal? By the way, Saliba, how many years has he actually got left on his deal?
I think he's got
3
like
years.
He just signed a new contract. He has 4.
3 years. He
You know
doesn't.
what?
He had 3.
You know what?
Hold on, let me
If Real Madrid don't get Saliba, you know what they get? They're probably targeting Van Dijk as well.
27
target
is
on
it's
He's
still
too old.
expires.
He's too old for that. Perez don't look
Yeah.
at you after 30 years old. It's
No,
There you go.
Perez.
door closes.
Wait. Don't worry. We don't need to worry about Saliba in it because they're not gonna go for Saliba. Do you know who they are gonna go for? That is actually attainable. Vardial. There you go. Boom. Done.
Why? He's got like another 5 years
Vardial.
on his contract.
Can play the left back, can play the centre back. Boom. Done. Good defender. Vardial. Real Madrid, if you're listening, don't go near Saliba.
Yeah,
bro.
but Madrid's best player,
Okay,
Kylian Mbappe,
bro.
wants to leave. So
It won't end well, bro. I know. Everybody
Actually,
knows.
actually,
was
you know
gonna
the
say
funny
Trent.
thing. Actually, you know the funny thing. They might come back for Lenny Euro next season.
I
Yeah, they
doubt
could,
it.
you know.
Hey, but
No,
guys,
they could do.
no, they won't.
I'm telling you, they
you
will.
want to talk about
Let-
250 million? That's how much United are going to charge for Lenny Euro.
6
because they
years
didn't
in a
have to
deal.
go.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? So you see my logic now, Griggs? You see
No,
what
you-
I'm
no,
saying?
you're
But
not-
I'm
you're
talking
not-
about a guy with no, but I'm talking
Exactly.
about a
You see
guy
my
with
logic now.
spent
You see,
60
you're not
million.
getting this.
Hold on. So you
No,
see
no,
why I
there's
said
a
what I
difference,
said?
though.
You see why I said what I
You
said?
bought Saliba 4 years ago, and he has
It
a
don't
contract
matter.
of only
I
3
bought it
years.
for
Lenny
27
Euro,
million.
we just bought for 60 mil, and we have 5 years left on his contract.
Yeah, I
That's
bought
a
Saliba
different
for
kind of
20.
value.
I bought Saliba for 27 million.
Okay,
So what are we talking about?
60 is almost 3 times as much as 27. So
Yeah, so what are we
I-
talking
I-
about?
I-
So I'm
bro.
saying it don't matter. Like, but you also
bro.
named the high price. You know why you named the high price?
Huh?
Because you want your player to stay and you value your
The fuck's
player,
that?
right? You named the high price because you want your player to stay and you value your player. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a real world where some of these big teams.
Hey
can
yo,
force their
wait, hold
players.
on.
You know,
I'm seeing
you just have
Taki
to make
Kubo.
sure-
I'm seeing Taki Kubo to fucking Liverpool. Don't piss me off.
Swear down.
It's
Yeah,
from
I
a
saw that.
it's from I don't know. What is it? What is that? Is that
So nothing source. I saw that.
is
Saw
it
that
Japanese?
earlier. I mean,
It's a
listen.
it's a Japanese source though.
Yeah, it's the same source that broke the Endo news before it became a thing.
Ooh.
But I don't know, man. Kubo good signing, good player, but 1 goal, 1 assist this calendar year. Maybe someone needs to educate me further. I know he's a
Ni
good.
hao. That's Chinese, my brother, not
Konnichiwa.
Japanese.
Go man, I'm fine. But
No,
yeah, by the
no.
way, Real Madrid gonna do a Liam Neeson thing on Euro. Don't worry, gonna free him. You get me? Gonna free him from the
But
kidnapping.
what about then? All right, what about this Nico Williams stuff though? On a real, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think Arsenal could be the club that really tempts him.
Yeah,
like-
so do I.
Like, I think they can offer him everything they need. There's a slot on the left wing, in my opinion. I don't think Martinelli. Who gives a shit about Martinelli if you're going to bring in a Nico Williams? Now, if we're talking about a floor raiser, yeah, who better than Nico Williams on the left side and having Saka on the right side? That's what I'm going off of. And I'm not being funny. Arsenal got money to slap down. They're going to get rid of Smith Rowe. That's money right there. If they don't, and they ain't really spent mad budget already. Yeah, if when you deep it, they got other cells yet to go like Nketiah. Bro, there's going to be space in the lineup. So, and obviously, it's already been reported from Athletic that you know, Arsenal remain interested. But the issue, what's the issue though? You're going to say wages,
Nico
right?
Williams plays Fortnite with Lamine Yamal every single night on PS5, and he wants to go to Barcelona.
He can still do that from London, bro.
No. He wants to do it.
Yeah, but that's like a 3-hour time difference, isn't it? It's a 3-hour time difference.
Lag and everything.
Griggs, that's a big problem. To be like I hear you. That's a big
Bro,
problem.
the thing is,
Barcelona don't have the money right now. That's the problem.
Barca's the type to call up the government of Spain and be like, you could have Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on the same team.
Wait, hold on. Let's get one thing right. The Spanish government don't even like Barcelona.
They back Real Madrid, more or less.
Yo, you think? By the way, Perez is the type of evil guy that wants.
But the thing is, only the league, only the league,
money to go up. He's that evil.
That's the only reason I can see that ever going down. But I'm not joking. If anyone can convince Nico Williams, is there no one on side with me that's not an Arsenal fan right now to say that? If anyone can tempt him,
I think Arsenal can convince.
They can. I think they can definitely convince him.
They
got
can
always got an exciting project, bro.
You could say maybe via wages, like of course, you can offer them better wages probably than Barcelona currently and everything like that. But I just think for me, you're not going to be able to beat. You know,
Thomas Partey's on the phone right now, man.
You can't beat the front aspects, bro. You can't beat.
I think it all depends on him as well. That he wants to stay in Spain. He doesn't want to leave that country as well.
How do you know this? What do you man speak to the brother? Are you
man
man's bedroom?
He said he
You got
doesn't
him
want to leave
on your phone, bro.
He's been reported, bro. He said it himself, bro.
You're missing the point.
Also said.
I genuinely think that a move outside of England would not good for him. Like It's just like too
Like,
early
look,
for him.
look,
Let him develop his career in Spain, and then let's see about the next 3 years, maybe
He's
4
going
years.
to Barca, to be honest. I mean, like,
You know,
Well,
here's
good to be Man
I mean,
United.
the
Yeah.
moment Nico
Develop
moves to
first.
Barca, he ain't never leaving Barca. By the way, ain't no
Exactly.
problem
here's my thoughts though. I think the reason Arsenal is taking their time to do is they're waiting to let Barcelona do what they need to do, because he wants to go to Barcelona first and foremost, and Barcelona is, of course, telling people that we're going to do what we need to do to be able to get the player. So you stepping in there, you're stepping into a bidding war, literally, because Bilbao will be like, all right, cool, Barca wants him, he has to price up again, because and you don't want to do that at Arsenal. So you want to get to a point where it's like Barcelona is like, well, we genuinely can't afford you, we have to step away, and then you can go to Bilbao and be like, hey, for that same price that Barcelona was going to pay, let's talk to Nico and let's have a deal, right? Because if you go in right now, you're going to start a bidding war at the club, and we might end up paying more because the player wants to go to Barcelona. Bilbao would definitely begin to hear this and that, and we don't need that kind of drama. And I know everybody keeps on saying it's a release clause, just go pay the release clause. The problem with paying release clauses is it goes on your books fully, boom, one time in that year. So for our PSR and FFP sake, it's not a good look for us. If we sell Smith Rowe, which is 100% profit, if we sell Nketiah, which is 100% profit, helps us balance the books, then maybe we can go do that kind of deal where we know we're putting money down for a release clause fully. So yeah, so I think we can do the deal.
We can.
I think we can. I know we no see.
We're not broke.
Hooks. It's not about being hooks. It's not about being broke. It's about balancing the books. Is what I'm saying. Listen, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you.
It's a new period of PSL, boys.
Listen. We paid. Hold on. We paid 27 million. We paid 27 million for David Raya, and if we get the Calafiori deal done, that's 45 million. So already we're 60 million, which is for two players that are not.
Bro, it's 33 million up front.
I'm saying in euros. In euros,
yeah,
it's 40 million and 5.
We're not in Europe, bro. We're not in the Euro. We're not you.
But this is for there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people all over the world watching this show. They know about euros more than the pounds. The pounds is just one country. I'm not trying to disrespect it, but I've been to Europe. I've lived in England. I can tell you this.
Strongest currency.
There's people watching all over the world. So let's.
I feel like the pound is just as known as the euro, my friend.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, more, bro. It's no more,
most people are like, why are reporters reporting it in euros then if it's not important? I'm not saying, I'm just going by what people are saying.
Because
40 million.
It's in Italy. They spend their money in euros. But we're talking about in pounds because we're in the UK.
But we're talking about Calafiori, who's an Italian. Hold on. We're talking about Calafiori. No. What you're saying is the one that doesn't make sense. We're talking about Italian player in an Italian country with Italian currency. And you are saying we should talk about it in pounds.
Yes, because he's coming to the UK.
He's coming to the Prem. I get it.
When you file it with PSR, it gets filed with pounds.
I know. I get that. When he comes to England, then we can do that. I'm just saying. I'm reporting what the prices are for what we spent so far. Right?
You sounded like an accountant, yo. To be fair.
But is this? Wait. Why are we talking about money? It's the same thing, by the way. It's 33 million quid with 5 million add-ons. It's the same thing as 45 million.
I'm saying so far, because I mean, Hooks and I agree. Arsenal have the money to go for Nico Williams. Now I'm saying yes, they do, but you don't want to start a bidding war. You don't want to get the price to go up. You want to wait to see what Barcelona does.
He has a release clause, bro.
There is no bidding war.
I get it, but the player.
Who does?
Nico Williams. The player wants to go to Barcelona, though. This is the first thing you have to consider. If he doesn't accept your terms, if you offer him a salary, the player doesn't agree to your terms, what are you releasing his clause for?
The issue is the release clause. You have to pay. You think Barcelona not pay? They can't. Oh, it's already been said.
Pay it up front. That's what I'm saying.
You can't pay up front unless you offer more money and try to amortize it in the 5-year period. They're not doing anything.
Like what Chelsea did with Endo Fernandez, that's what you did. You didn't want to pay the release clause because it was too high. So you offered more money, but you said you'd pay it over a number of years. Now, Enzo wanted to come to Chelsea. That's a different story. Nico wants to go to Barcelona. That's where the issue is. So even if you go and pay the release clause or you offer more and the club accepts it, if the player doesn't accept your terms or the salary or whatever it is that you're offering him, what are you doing? Why are you releasing his clause? Like, what's the point?
No, but why not? But just trigger it and then go try to convince him. Same thing we do with Euro. We told him, look, here's the money. We'll go convince him after. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, bro.
That's what big clubs do. They end up convincing.
If you're Arsenal and you got the what did the kids call these? Aura, you know what I mean?
Oh, they told me about this Harvard style rebuild that they know how to do.
Exactly.
So y'all want to be a Harvard accountant?
Even still, we're talking about this Nico Williams thing from the wrong angle, innit? Like, look, by the way, I think it's been made very clear, at least from my point of view, that Arsenal don't actually feel like there's a number 9 out there in the market that will actually really move the needle for them. So to me, it just seems like they're going to go for a bad boy winger instead, which is Nico Williams, which to me makes a whole load of sense.
What happened with Sesko? What happened with Sesko then?
Why? Because
he was actually once he was tipped to already say that he would actually start on the left more time as well. Like he'll be used on the left sometimes. So that was actually confirmed.
Tony,
and I don't know why you drew for that. I don't know why you drew for that one. That was a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Was that a bit out of place? Was that a bit out of line? Was that a bit like just?
I don't know why you had it out, but hand slipped. Yeah, I know, man. You can't help it, innit? You know, you're a rival fan. You know, I get it. But the Nico Williams thing, it makes loads of sense, at least from Arsenal's perspective. They're probably gone, we need a bad boy forward. We probably won't get a 9 that we think is good enough to really move the needle. Where can we move the needle? Probably on the wing. And we have, and if you think about it, yeah, both of the people that we would play as 9 are players that would get Nico Williams bare goals from the left wing. Bare goals. And then I think will happen. I think Martinelli will become, more than likely, become the rotation on the right wing.
It'll become Martin.
Saka. He's currently Martin at the moment. He needs to remember he's Brazilian, but I believe that he will remember that he's Brazilian.
Martinelli, he's not Brazilian. He's Italian, bro.
Yeah, but in the end,
he's Italian, bro. He's not Brazilian at the moment. Like Casemiro.
Do you think even Martin's a stretch? I think his name's just Mark at the moment, bro. Because like really,
Marty.
Yeah, Mark. His name's Mark. You know what I'm saying? Like,
one bad season, and you want to change the boy's name.
What's Martinelli's first name again?
Who?
What's his first name again?
Gabriel.
No, Gabriel.
It is Gabriel.
Gabriel got too much sauce.
It's Gabriel right now. It's Gabriel Mark. One bad season. Are you guys? Are you saying that English? Once you have an English name, you're a terrible player?
Yes.
I get it. So once you have an English,
no, he's just not Brazilian.
Once you have an English name, because I mean, why don't you change the name to something else? Why must it be an English? You know. So I'm just saying. Because
it's plain Jane. That's why it sounds plain.
Okay, all right.
Simple.
One bad season, and you want to change his name?
I'm just saying.
Why not? What's the last good English player with the name Martin? I can't remember.
Man said he's Peruvian. You know. Anyways,
yeah, I hear that.
Manu can't even lace Abu Dhabi's boots. Well, I mean, they can because he was always injured, so they were always available to lace up if need be. I mean, Abu Dhabi was.
Diaby was.
I know. I remember he was actually meant to be something, but so was Ledley King. But guess what? It didn't happen. AJ, what is this madness about Williams when we are one Saka injury away from crisis? Left wing is well stocked with Trossard and Martinelli. Saka needs a rest.
Williams can play right wing though. He can play both wings.
And we've also said this before. Again, if nothing more, Arsenal might go for a centre forward or a striker up front, and then Gabby Jesus can be covered for Bukayo Saka on the right wing, because Gabby Jesus also has a bunch of injuries back and forth. We hope that he's fit this season so that we don't have to keep dropping him in that forward line, and he can just be on the right wing. So that's also cover over there for Saka. I mean, if we can get a real good bagsman up front, then we move Gabby as a right winger. You know, I think that works as well. I personally think that works. You know, so this idea that we have to go get a right winger, you know, it might not be a right winger. It could be somebody on the left, just like Hooks has said. We get somebody on the left who can do the business, and we have a rotation there with Martinelli. Great, and Trossard, great, because Trossard can play across all the front three. Trossard can also play center forward, which is great for us in certain games. Like, you can rest, you know, whoever we have and play Trossard as a 9, play Martinelli as a left, play, you know, Jesus as a right winger in the FA Cups and the Carabao Cups.
Yeah,
so
let's be honest. Obviously, I think it's just risk assessment, bro. It's risk factor. How much are you willing to risk Martinelli gaining his form back, or do you buy someone to kind of get the job done? I think that's just generally what they feel is more valuable. Personally, I think you don't need a striker. I think if you can get Kai Havertz to replicate 14 goals in the Prem, I think you're fine. And what you need to do for me, it's always been upgrade on your left winger, or your left winger or Martinelli has to get his form back. Like it needs to happen. For me, I'd bring in
that and the number 8 as well.
I'd bring in another left winger just so much it puts a battery in his back. Just so it puts a battery in Martinelli's back, so he knows his position isn't safe.
AJ said, Dale, which bagsman? We'd have to spend over 100 million.
Well, we don't have to spend over 100 million because I mean, there's talks out there. And here's the thing: I don't like to go by just what I read read something and be like, oh, this is what it is. No, but I have seen articles and I've seen people talk about, us being linked back again to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres's price has
80 million, no?
Yeah, considerably come down now again from the 80 again. From what I read the last time, they're like they're still in talks to bring it down. So yeah, look, and at the end of the day, let's be realistic. If we're going up against the City team and we have to spend this money because we can be under PSR and under FFP without breaking the rules, because the worst thing we want to do is spend all this money and then get penalized 3 points or 6 points like Everton halfway through the season. Then you just wasted, because you're not winning the league at that point. You're not winning. So the thing for me is, yes, we have to spend well, we have to spend smart, but if we can get a striker that can give us 20 plus goals, just 20 plus is good. Havertz can replicate his 14 plus his 3 assists or whatever it is. Leandro Trossard can replicate his 14 that he did or whatever it is.
You got one big issue though, man. The replication of this is not bread and butter all of a sudden. I expect Martinelli to be better. I expect
definitely.
I expect Trossard to not be as good personally. I don't think he's going to get as much minutes personally. The thing is, what it is you scored a lot of set piece goals. How much do you keep that up? The thing is, I know the whole setting is around, we scored 91 goals, but our attack's fine. No, but how do you add on to that to make that 100 goals to make sure you get over the line regardless?
That's why I said that's why I said first and foremost, like we signed okay, so let me put it this way. let me start with what we have on ground and what we've done.
You lot better win the fucking league next year, that, because I can't have Man City winning a single trophy. I've had enough of them picking up something every fucking year for the last 9-8 years. It pisses me off.
It is City, man. It's a tough team.
I don't care. Like, we need to come
together. I'll be honest, bro. If the charges hit them, I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then what are those trophies worth at that point?
Huh?
What are those trophies worth if those charges get the full?
But who gives a fuck about the trophies? It's about what the reality is right now as we speak. Until they're charged or guilty, as of right now, I don't give a shit about the charges and what they're worth or anything. Right now, I need my club to be better than them regardless. They're Thanos. They got all and we need to take some of them fucking stones, bro. Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea. We need to gang up on these motherfuckers and start winning a piece of trophy each. Well, not Liverpool, but everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, listen, the downfall's coming. Sorry, man. As you always say, it takes time, but what happened?
You lot better start picking up some fucking medals because I'm tired of trying to stop them. All of you, man, because you lot can't fucking get your ideas up. You have to let the North do it. How about the South do some shit? Go win some fucking trophies, the South of England, man.
We don't.
Bro, listen, what have you not won, bro? Listen, it's because you're not won in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? It's not our fault, bro. You've been doing heavy
2 years. I think it's been 3 for you, my G.
Maybe. Listen, I might have forgot. Yeah, but listen, man. You've been carrying heavy for over 20 years.
I see this as well. Jesus is a top target for Al Ali.
Is that Egyptian team or Saudi team?
Yeah,
it's Saudi team, bro.
A Saudi team. Yeah.
I hear this, but I'm saying if the league started today, Jesus is still at Arsenal right now. So I go by what is on ground as of today.
He looks like he's ready to play, bro.
Yeah, like
I think Jesus is going to be I'm not going to lie. I think he's when the player's mind is set to go and really target and really attack the season. I think they're quite dangerous.
Yeah,
he means that he spelled it wrong. Bear with a minute.
I don't even know. Like when people say, Thomas Partey is leaving them, well, who are you getting? I'm like, right now, if this league starts, Thomas Partey is still in the team right now. So for me, until those transfers are done and that window is done, I'm not going to talk based on speculation. I'm only going to talk based on the team as is. The Calafiori deal, Calafiori is not in Arsenal right now as of today. He hasn't done his medical. I haven't seen the picture. I understand it's here we go from trusted sources. I will keep my fingers crossed that nothing terrible happens between Basel and
apparently Basel and Bologna have come to amicable terms.
Great stuff.
Yeah, but now Roma's in with flipping Basel to make sure they get their cut.
Yeah, so
many teams got a cut in this Calafiori deal?
It's
God
mad.
damn.
Mad,
The
isn't it?
sell-on clause, they've been adding to his.
Oh wait, did
It's
Arsenal
crazy.
also have a sell-on clause for? I swear they get there's a sell-on clause for my
Yeah.
man as well. Oh, fucking no, man.
Yeah.
Big up Edu though, innit?
Hey,
Mm.
for that price, I was shocked. I thought we'd pay more.
A quick one. Who hasn't liked this video, by the way? There's bare of you in here. I mean, Monts is like, I don't know. It's like people don't learn yet. I know they get entertained at 12:30 from the UK at night. Some of them it might be 7:30 for them. It might
They
even
don't like
be
Ahmed.
4:30.
They don't like Ahmed's face. Ahmed, turn your camera off for a second. Watch how the likes go up. Ahmed, real quick.
That's not true. Chill out, man.
They're looking real stinky once.
I meant this that type of person that likes to smile.
It's the rent. It's the lack of rent. People don't like to pay their rent. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. Listen, there's sometimes the content is so good that people forget there's a like button. But now so now there's no excuse.
Exactly, man. We gave them hectic yesterday, more calm today. And you know what? They're still gonna be
Literally earlier today.
Literally, man.
Past 12.
But yeah, man. Look, this is gonna go over to Ahmed's channel, by the way. So make sure you go over to the bridge. Go subscribe there. Go tell Ahmed before he gets there, even though he's right here, that say he's got I don't know, go be cheesy. Say he's got the best smile on YouTube.
And with macaroni.
Yeah,
We'll
look
see
at his
what
smile,
happens.
man. He's getting cheeky. Look at this guy, man. It's still
chill out,
fun. Look at this still fun, man. Anyways, in a bit, big up, man. Subscribe to Big Six Bands. Subscribe to also Griggs' channel. It's gonna be in the description. You'll find it. Griggs Talks is finally over 1,000. So big up. In a bit.
Well done.